Alright guys, continuing on in 8.6, we got two more examples, and then I think we'll have everything we need to kind of work out the homework and kind of be good for this section. So we got x squared plus y squared equals 8, and x squared plus y squared plus 4y equals 0. So this looks like maybe two circles crossing. So we could expect maybe to see 2 points, 1 point, something like that. So let's see what we got going on here. This one's actually fairly simple because if you notice here we have x squared, and here we have x squared. Here we have y squared, here we have y squared. I'm going to rewrite it so we're kind of lined up a little better. So I'm going to do x squared plus y squared. I'm going to leave a space here, equals 8. And then this other one I'm going to scoot it over a little bit and just kind of line up all the like terms. So x squared plus y squared plus 4y equals 0. So it looks like we could do the elimination thing. We could like add them together, and x squared would cancel out, y squared would cancel out, and we're left with just the 4y, and everything would be great. Unfortunately, we don't have the signs the right way. If this was a minus x squared, then it would work. But if I add it up now, I'm going to have 2x squareds. So woe is me, I guess we can't do it. We can do it. What we're going to do is we're going to take this whole top equation and multiply it by -1. And we're going to change all the signs. I'm going to write it down here, okay? So -1 times x squared is negative x squared. -1 times y squared is a minus y squared. -1 times 8 is a minus 8. Now when I add these up, I'm adding up these two right here. These are going to eliminate. X squared minus x squared, gone. Y squared minus y squared, gone. 4y plus 0 is 4y. 0 plus a -8 is -8. And now I'm down to here. Now I can solve for y. Divide by 4, y equals -2. So that's my y value. Now I got to take this y value and plug it in up here and get my solutions. All right. So I'm going to do y equals -2. And let's plug it into the first one. So x squared plus y squared equals 8. So we're going to plug in -2 in for y. Sorry. Plugging in -2 in for y. So x squared plus -2 squared equals 8. And it's going to be x squared plus 4 equals 8. We'll subtract the 4 from both sides, so x squared equals 4. And then we can do the square root of both sides, and we get x equals plus or minus 2. So we get two solutions, x equals 2 and x equals -2. So that means we're going to have 2 points. One point has an x value of 2, the other point has an x value of -2, and they both have the same y value. The y value is -2 up here. So we got the point -2 and -2. So we got the point 2, -2, and -2, -2. These are the 2 points where the two graphs cross. Alright? And if we wanted to, we can go back and plug these in to the original equations, and they both should work if we do that. And it looks like they will. Okay, so that was number 14. Let's roll right into number 16, guys. Number 16 looks like this, and this will be our last example for 8.6. So we got x squared plus y squared equals 10, and y equals x plus 2. So it looks like a circle and a line. So we could have, again, we could have two solutions, one, none, who knows. So it looks like we're set up right now to do some substitution pretty easily, because we're at y equals this. So we have this y equals x plus 2. We can take this x plus 2, plug it in for y right here. Okay? So let's see what happens. So we get x squared plus y squared, whatever y is. And y is this stuff, x plus 2, equals 10. So now we have to do this thing again, this x plus 2 squared. So this is x squared plus x plus 2 squared. Remember, we got to kind of go off to the side here and do x plus 2 times x plus 2. I'm going to do the shortcut and just go straight to the answer, and it ends up becoming x squared plus 4x plus 4. You can check me if you want. And then now we can go ahead and combine some like terms. We're going to do x squared plus x squared. That's 2x squareds. Plus 4x, there's no other x, just plain x terms. And then I got plus 4 equals 10. Well, let's get everything over to, it's a quadratic, let's get everything over to one side. We can subtract 10 from both sides. So we get 2x squared plus 4x minus 6 equals 0. And now I'm in this place where I've got to factor something that has a 2 in front but I'm not, because what I can do is I can divide everything by 2. I got an equation, so I can divide everything by 2. Divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. Because I can divide everything on one side and everything on the other side by 2, so I'm good. And I don't lose any solutions or anything. So I got x squared plus 2x minus 3 equals 0. Now I got something much nicer to factor. So I can do this. What do we got? How about plus 3 and minus 1? So x plus 3 and x minus 1. That looks like it might work. So we'll do x plus 3 equals 0 and x minus 1 equals 0. So this is going to be x equals negative 3 and x equals 1. And so those are our two x values for our solutions. So we're going to have 2 points, it looks like, or at least 2 points. So let's go over here and see what happens. So we're going to have x equals negative 3 and x equals 1. So let's plug this into our line right here. So we're going to have y equals x plus 2, y equals x plus 2. That'll make life a little bit easier for us. So let's see what happens. We'll plug in negative 3, so y equals negative 3 plus 2, so y equals negative 1. So this gives us the point negative 3, negative 1. And then we plug in 1 to this, so y equals 1 plus 2, and so y equals 3. So here we get the point 1, 3. So those are our 2 points where these things cross. They cross at negative 3, negative 1, and at 1, 3. So that's our circle and our line. And we can go back, take these, plug these back into the original equations, and they should work. So those are our 2 points where the circle and the line cross. All right. So take those examples, guys, and there's stuff from the homework is similar to all these examples that we've looked at. Give them a shot, and make sure you try all the ones in the homework, and hopefully we'll be good. Okay. All right. Thanks.